Hello and welcome to the show. We are here today on GTA 5 with some more racing. This is actually a rather interesting little circuit, actually quite a long circuit that we have got going on here because there are a bunch of shortcuts. It's kind of inspired by the old racing games of the kind of 90s, you know, where you had like shortcuts, old Need for Speed, I think, like Underground and so on, where you had split routes you could take, you could try and sort of jump some corners and that kind of thing that are potentially narrower or more difficult to get to. I'm actually going to reset my car because mine got a bump and the Ruiner gets really sensitive to damage. So yeah, I'm going to reset my vehicle. Bumpy's pointing the wrong way. Things have got off to a usual start. So there's lots of alternate routes that we're going to be taking now. It might spread the racing out a little bit, but there could be some tactics involved. So for example here, well, I've kind of been forced to go this way because other cars are around. We did do a test race beforehand, more by accident than anything, because the race was accidentally set to open and it started without us intending it to. So we do vaguely know the possible routes that we can go. I'm not going to take the risky route that a few cars are going for. Impeggo's landed on somebody. Impeggo's upside down. That is the downside of the alternate routes. There is where one of them is going. You see the cars launching across the top of us. I don't like that shortcut. That's very risky. I don't know if it's quicker. It might be a smidge quicker, but there's one particular section that you will maybe see if I take it. We've got to drive under a pylon, and it's really easy to have a big crash on that one. There's a little bit of an iffy rejoin onto the main part of the circuit there, so bumpy and everything, so yeah, I'm probably not going to take that shortcut unless I have to. I don't even know when. There's no scenario where you'd be ended up forced into that particular route. This one, a lot of cars prefer heading on to mode. I don't actually know on this one what the correct route is. There's a massive crash for, I think it's Angus. It's clipped the barrier and gone round. We'll try and give some slip through to Longbow, get some teamwork going on to drag ourselves back up towards the vehicles further up. We will launch our car across there. We're caught up to hyper. Oh, Blakey's had there's been a big crash. Everyone's had an accident up here. We will move up into a second place by virtue of, well, not having made a mistake. Ewan is leading the way in, as I would imagine, the Frosty Gold car. It looks like it. We will hopefully be able to catch back up. As I said, there's quite a long lap around here, a 2.5 minute lap. There are quite a lot of straights, so catch-up is relatively effective around here. Okay, the split routes can mess with the running order a little bit, but it's not that bad. Ewan is going to the left. I don't really like the route to the left. I don't know, it feels like it might be shorter, but I don't actually think it is. I feel like you lose a fair bit of time going down that way. Also, as I said, it is helpful when you have a group of cars, you can slipstream, you can work together, which you can't, funnily enough, when you're on your own. We're not quite got anybody able to give a tow to. Where is that Frosty Gold machine? There it is. Alright, turn 1. Ewan has missed the entrance to this. It's a bit risky, that one. It's narrow, but you can make up some speed if you do it, which is why we have. So we're going to go to another alternate route here. Rather than taking the way the checkpoint wants us to go, we're going to shoot ourselves into the car park. Ewan has followed us through here. That's fine. We will lead the way up the hill. I can hear a kitten in the background. The kitten's on one at the moment. It's one of those days of kitten trouble. Oh, we're going to go side by side off the jump. We're fine. Danger Man is still behind us. Is Danger Man going for? Yeah, Danger Man's going to go for the jump. Over there, whoa, is above us. Guess we'll find out whether that's a quicker route to go or not. I personally don't like it, but maybe it is quicker. We'll see. It doesn't look like it might be. Okay. It's quicker if you don't make a mistake. Oh, I'm going to have to go that way next time around. That's actually a pretty big sort of jump for the lead there. Alright, well, I guess we know what we're doing next time. You don't take the car park. If you take the car park route, you can't really take the jump across the square of squares, whatever it was called. There was a name for it. It shall forever be the Square of Squares, regardless of what it's properly called. Something Plaza, I think. Who knows? Ewan's just been sat in the slipstream with the orange car, not really able to do very much through all of this lap so far. Got past briefly. Might now get the overtake done. We will give space for that. No point in fighting too aggressively over that second place at this moment in time. We'd rather wait. I mean, we'll fight aggressively at the end of the race, absolutely, but is there any point in risking it at the moment? Not really. We will try and sweep around here. I mean, we're in a good position. at the moment. Oh, a little bit of a bump draft. Maybe not an ideal place. Let's put Danger Man past. Let's put me up into second and we can sit in the toe here. We'll sit in the toe down the hill. Now, we are... I'm not really keen on going to the left down here. I'm not planning on. We'll see who is and who isn't at the moment. Danger Man is not planning on taking the alternate route. Ewan does not either. Okay, so we're all grouped together at the moment. That's fine. It's just a normal race for now. Who will be brave at turn 1? One of the turn 1 shortcut is one of those, do you really want to risk it? It can be worth it, but it can be dodgy, and I can't take it if Ewan's there. So Ewan Ewan isn't going for it. I was clear to do this, so we shall. It will put us back into the lead of the race, and Danger Man's hit the wall on the outside. Might come down to a battle between me and Ewan. I am not going the way that I did last time. I actually slightly overdriven that. But this route here, I think, sets us up a little bit. Oh, no, Ewan's going the car park route. Okay, that's fine. We're taking the... where is Ewan going to get spat out? Behind us, I think. Yeah, that's definitely a quicker way to go. So we're going to be taking this turn. Oh, man, you've got to get this right. If you're not going quick enough, you will not make the jump. Oh, we did just. We pinged the underside of the car. Oh, that was very, very close. We are leading the way here. Now, this is the iffy bit. Do not make a mistake. You hit the pylon, you are in a world of trouble. We'll take the bit of a jump. Make sure we get onto the checkpoint, and we have got a nice gap. In fact, Impega has jumped up to second place, so that combination of shortcuts was the way to go, I think, for the fastest lap time. Yeah, Impega's up to second now. Ewan has dropped back a little bit. I'm not sure the car park extending one is the way to say extending the alternate route through there is the way to go. Everyone has taken this route. Everyone prefers this. As I don't know whether this is supposed to be the intended route or not, but this is the one everyone wants to go for. The actual distance is very similar, but it's here is where you make up your lap time. This jump, because you carry so much momentum down here, whereas everyone, if you take the other route, you've got to be slow around that corner. Oh, you went to the inside. There's a bump. You get slightly sideways. Danger Man is going to come past. Now, can we sit in a draft somewhere? Longbow's up to third, has a huge twitch, catches it though. Come on, Ruiner. We're either going to be in a great place for a big slipstream pull somewhere around the lap, or we're going to just have fallen a little too far back in all of that. I'm not sure. We're definitely in the right... Okay, we're definitely not going to be too far back, I think. We've got a tow going on here. Can we push a car? We can. Impega might be wanting... Nope, doesn't want to go left. All of us are happy to fight it out this direction. Could have been... could have been interesting. I clipped the wall and we spun Danger Man and we caused a wreck. That's my bad on that one. Where is the red car? We will let it go. Just turned it a little bit too soon and it bounced me out into the back of the red car. That's my bad on that one. It was going to be like a 3-wide battle at that point, and we thought about trying to make it work and it just didn't quite. Ewan may well get mugged here, depending on if we can get enough of a draft, which we can't. Cool, we might have got Ewan, I don't know. I'm pretty sure our cars phased together across the finish line there, so I don't know whether I beat Ewan or not. Ewan went out wide to try and get rid of the draft, but he got the draft off Danger Man, but it wasn't enough, and I was drafting off the red car. We did get Ewan. 4th place, yeah. Sorry to Danger Man, did not intend that. It's just a turn in a little bit too soon. And Pega with a great, so come back up through the field on that final lap. Good final lap. We don't think they've got the route down that I want to take. Whether you're going to be able to take it every time, I don't know. But there we go. Yeah, 4th place for us. Really, really cool idea. Really well executed idea for the circuit. Most definitely. A little bit annoyed. Oh, that's a really big accident. That's a hell of a crash. A little bit annoyed at my own just tiny mistake at the end there, but a good fun race nevertheless. So, we move on to a second race around this second. I think I've got an idea of how I want to drive the lap if I can. We'll see how it goes though, because you might not always be able to. The Jester Classic, haven't driven it for a little while. Should be quite good fun. We're doing a little dance on the grid, as you do. Alright, we are off and underway. Some cars may be able to sneak down the inside if they wish. Nobody has gone for it, curiously. Oh no, there we go, there's one. Somebody was going to do it. Nobody else, though, from further back, which does surprise me, really. You kind of want to get to the inside if you can through here. I'm going to follow, I presume, Gliska through that section. Now, you've got to be a little bit careful, of course, because vehicles are going to get spat out into the side of you here. Oh, like that. I thought I was going to be well ahead of that. That is, I said, my bad. I didn't even think I was going to have a problem with a car there. I want to duck across here. Oh, you can take the car park route and land it and still make the turn. That's interesting. Oh, couldn't stop in time. And Angus didn't have a choice either in that one. That's a little bit unfortunate. So that's the downside of taking these routes. Of course, if they're busy and somebody makes a goof, well, you might be in trouble, especially if someone makes a goof through the bloody... No one has, but through the pylon. That would not be ideal. There's been a big pile-up of cars heading up here. Oh, dearie me. It's all got a little bit squiffy. We've survived it somehow. How did we get away with that? I'm not 100% sure. However, it did work. Liam's pointing the wrong way, sadly, up there. Is anybody... No, I don't think anybody's going for the other route at that point. It's just not worth it. And there also comes a time when if there's nobody taking it, you've got no slipstreaming partners, so it's sort of even worse. Oh, Ewan! What is it with Ewan fighting the back of my car at the moment? God damn it, we've had an awful start. I mean, it can only get better. Okay, it can only get better now. I guess it could have gone like Ewan. Well. It really can only get better at this point. Well, we're technically not last yet, so let's not tempt fate. Do we try... Do we try Impega's route of jump out of the car park and try and take... Or do we take Impega's route, that's the car park, and then jump across the square? Do we stick with the route that I'm liking, which is, rather than going through the red car park, we take the hard right at the previous bit? I think I prefer that, personally. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see as to what we can make work, what we can't. We've still got plenty of time. It's a long lap around here. I think we've got 4 laps with these cars, so there is time to be made up. And of course, catch up slipstream is all going to help us here. We will definitely be taking every single shortcut that I can bloody find at this point. We get a good run down here thanks to the slipstream. I will be slotting my car into there, not with quite as much speed as perhaps it could. I didn't want to get a bit of the car caught on the sort of scenery, so that's why we just a little tap on the brakes through there. We are going to take that route. Oh, a little bit wide through there. That's my bad. Make sure, okay, there's nobody's taking the conventional route, if you like, which is fine. Does mean we might get landed on here. It'll be a problem in the car park. We might have a bunch of positions this time around. Right, get the change of direction right through there. Head through the sign. Well, I cleared the side out for those following. I wanted to try and position my car so I didn't end up running the risk of getting close to the wall, but I don't really know if it worked. Angus is about to have a massive issue, and it's goofed it for both of us. I was trying to avoid Angus's car, but in doing so, put myself too far to the left trying to avoid it. This race has gone wrong for me. I don't know what I can do from this far back now. I don't think there's much I can do. Slipstream and so on is going to help, yes. Need to definitely not make any more mistakes. Ewan's all the way at the back. Little brush on the wall. By the looks of it, that's a Longbow in an awkward spot. I'm not quite sure. I think Longbow must have missed a checkpoint. Or is Longbow trying to find us? I don't know what the plan was over there. This race has gone abysmally for me. Like, it really couldn't have gone much worse. I said it couldn't have gone much worse at the end of the last lap, and then we caught up to the pack, and then it did prove that it could get worse still. It can always get worse. I mean, we're not a billion miles off the back end of the pack. It's got to be one hell of a recovery drive if we're going to make this work. It has got to be one hell of a recovery drive to make this work. I don't know if the 2 laps around here is going to be enough to make up the time. Now, they may well fight each other. There may well be crashes. That's what we've got to hope for. Little bumps, shunts, and just loss of lap time. I'm in completely clean air, so we've got nothing to worry about other than my own, hopefully not driving mistakes, but yeah, we're not going to worry about other car positioning, other vehicles blocking routes or anything like that. Unfortunately, we are so far back we don't get any slipstream either, which does give us some trouble. We should find some of that before the end of the race, I would hope at least. There's a big group of cars at the front. They seem to have got almost a common line, if you like, through the lap. We will duck through here. Oh, Angus has spun on the shortcut. I mean, I was really hoping, I don't know why Angus turned that way. I guess it's not something you really think about necessarily, especially if you're driving reverse, you're not going to see. But if they turned away from the track, would have been much nicer and much better for everybody involved. Sadly, as it was, it just didn't happen. I mean, at this point, I'm got to be committed. I don't care anymore. If I'm going to go for that gap, I'm going to go for that gap because there's no reason why I'm not going to when we're so far back in the pack. So yeah, I didn't want to lift a course through that, but that does mean that silly things can happen. Come on, Jester, through all of this. Now we shouldn't have any problems with this jump meeting cars from that other lane because they're already all long past, so we can take that line however we want. I mean, we're not a billion miles away from joining in the group ahead again. As much as it was last lap around, we caught 2 seconds on the leaders. That's not enough. I mean, we probably lost 3 or 4 from the spin. Well, I mean, not quite 3 or 4, but we've lost some. I just want to get to the group. I just want to get in a pack of cars. I want to do some actual racing. There's a bumpy, I think, up ahead. It is a bumpy under Chris. Oh, and the Foxy's had an issue. Okay, we found some cars. Racy time. We're actually going to get some, hopefully, close wheel-to-wheel stuff here. We've got crazy momentum through there. Don't lift. The Jester was on the limits of adhesion through there. We've actually been absolutely on it this lap since the accident, pretty much. Chris will get a slipstream off of us. That's fine. We want to work together with somebody. Preferably not cars pinging up against the wall. Oh, there's been an issue for a Revs up ahead. We're going to try go around. We will go around the outside of Chris. We'll get a little bit of slipstream off of Revs for ducking past. Lado, where is that draft? We want some of that draft if we can get it. Come on. Oh, there's nothing. Chris is going to come past us here. There are cars on the top route. There's bumpy. I can't get across to the inside shortcut. There are too many vehicles there. So that's another time where you're not going to be able to take that route. I think Chris crashed in it anyway, so good thing we didn't try and follow. That's fine. Now, how many cars are taking... No one else is taking this route with me. It's curious. Everyone else is preferring the car park route by the looks of it. We've come out ahead of Bumpy. That was actually a lot closer than I realised. I've not quite got the judgment down on that sort of gap there. I do think that way is slightly quicker, you know. Oh, I wanted to go across, but Bumpy was there. That is the problem with the shortcuts. If whoever was around lands and takes that shortcut, they were going to overtake us, but it doesn't look like there was anybody about to do that. Oh, we lost the back end. Where's the draft? Where's the draft? Come on. Need some slipstream here. We've got Stevie right behind us. Can I get slipstream plus? Jeez, the car's bouncing around all in the air. No! GTA. Ugh. There's nobody around. I can just set off. This race has probably been... It's so annoying because it's such a good track, such a fun idea, and it's such a fun race. I just cannot get the luck. This has been one of the worst lucks I've ever had in a race. It's just, if it could go wrong, it has in this. It really, really has. Oh, Longbow's up the wall, as am I. Gonna have to have a little bit of a lift. I mean, you know, maybe I shouldn't try going side by side with Bumpy down that point, but I thought it was okay. We just got really unlucky with the bounce. You know, you could do that 10 times and probably 8 of them you'd be fine. And yeah, we just got unlucky. Oh god, we always got to take it out when Longbow's crashed there. Longbow has had a huge shunt. Chris has had an off as well. Somehow we're in the top 10. We really shouldn't be this race. We do not deserve a top 10. Oh god, other than the fact that Ewan's parked up, we should probably be last. That's about all we deserve from this one. Oh, Christ, bobbled the curb, something horrible. Yeah. Oh, it's not gone to plan. That is racing sometimes. It's GTA racing, most definitely. Tried the very best I could. Some fun battling in there briefly. It was just always something. Always something went on in this. A shame after such a good first race. A really, really cool track though. Really cool idea. Really well balanced routes as well. The routes that do save you a good chunk of lap time are quite risky, and there's a lot of alternatives, and they aren't crazy different in terms of in terms of pace. So yeah, it makes for a really interesting circuit. It does spread the pack out a little bit, of course, because cars are taking, well, there's 3 routes through some places. So, Team Orange got victory, yay! It might not be me, we might be a long way back, but a Team Orange car, gee, it was close at the front between the top 3. A Team Orange car at least did get a victory. That's good news. We didn't see it, but at least it did. Yeah, really cool, really fun idea, that circuit. And really well made, as Ewan is at the gun shop with the car. That, though, is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching, and thank you to Pone for building this wonderful track. That shall be it from me. Until next time, a goodbye.